Suppose the absolute value of f of x minus 8 is less than 0.4 whenever 0 is less than x is less than 8. Find all values of delta such that the absolute value of f of x minus 8 is less than 0.4 whenever 0 is less than the absolute value of x minus 2 is less than delta. Okay, what is this problem asking? Well, let's break it down. So we've got this first statement that says the absolute value of f of x minus 8 is less than 0.4. So what that means is that the function value, as you get closer and closer to the true value, you are within 0.4 of 8, assuming that 8 is the actual limit of the function as you approach whatever number it is, then we want to be within 0.4 of that limit. Okay, so if this is 8 right here, then 0.4 above that would be 8.4. 0.4 below that would be 7.6. Okay, so we want our values to be within that range. As we get closer and closer to the actual limit, we want our answers to be within this range. The lines are a little crooked there. No big deal. So how do we verify that we are within that range? And what is our delta to tell us that we are going to stay within that range? Okay, well, we need a little more information. We can look down here, and remember this number right here, what that means is the limit as x approaches what number? 2 of f of x, now we're getting into this one, equals 8. That's where these numbers are coming from. So the f of x and the 8 come from up here. So the true limit as we actually get to 2 of the function f of x is 8. So we want to get closer and closer to our x value of 2. How close do we want to be? Well, we don't know. We don't know yet. But we want to get very close to this x value of 2 so that we can be within 0.4 of our function value of 8. Okay, so we know that if we get to x equals 2 right here, that'll be right here. That will give us our value of 8. We know that. But how close do we have to get to be within this range of 0.4 on either side? Well, we're given some numbers here. We're given 0 is less than x is less than 8. Okay, so we know that we're bounded by, the question says that this is true. If we're within 0 and 8, then this is true. But keep in mind, your x value is right here. Okay, so if we're bounded from 0 to 8, well, the 0 is only 2 units away from this x. And the 8 is how many units? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we know that this side is closer than this side. Okay, so given that information, we could say, okay, well, if we're bounded by these and we know that we're looking for the smallest possible delta, that this is a possible delta and this is a possible delta, but the true delta is which one is going to be the smaller number, and the smaller number is 2. Okay, this smaller distance gives us, we know from the problem that it gives us an answer. If we're here at 0, it gives us an answer that falls within 7.6 to 8.4. And so does 8. It goes from 7.6 to 8.4. But we want the smaller delta. Okay, so the smaller delta is going to be 2. So we know that delta needs to be between 0 and 2 in order to give us answers that fall between 7.6 and 8.4.